fresh chicken and eggs. That's all. Like, yeah, I mean,
Jokes
apart,
aside, Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Cut the Calorie. So as always, this is a place where we talk about nutrition, fitness, overall wellness, and we dive into mental aspects as well. As always, I'm your host Janki Karnik, and I'm a certified nutrition coach. I'm also a professional chef. So today I have a very special guest and the first guest on the channel. So I'm going to let him introduce himself to you guys.
Hi guys, I'm Akshay Sachdev. I'm a fitness trainer and I also have an Instagram account called Train with Akshay. Do go follow it.
Yes, I'll leave all the details in the description as always. So today we're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about?
We're going to talk about fitness, of course, because I'm here.
Yes. So we're going to talk about the most commonly asked fitness questions, and hopefully you guys have more insight about, you know, what you're thinking, and he can help you out over there. So let's talk about the first question. I'm going to let you ask it because I'm sure it's the most commonly asked one.
Yeah, definitely. So this is a common question that I get asked in my DMs at the gym. So what are the exercises that you need to do to lose belly fat, to lose arm fat, and to lose back fat? Now you also might have had this question, I don't know, but like I get this question asked a lot of times.
I get it too.
Yeah?
I mean, mostly it's not back and stuff, it's mostly how do I lose my belly fat.
Okay,
so,
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
we all have that problem,
exactly,
but yes.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Let you answer it.
Yeah, definitely. So basically, there are no specific exercises to lose belly fat, to lose back fat, or to lose arm fat.
You can't target
exactly.
fat basically.
So you can't target where to lose fat from in your body, and you'll have actually seen like a lot of influencers on the internet, on Instagram, on YouTube. They tell you that these are the exercises you need to do to actually lose fat.
And I hate when they add like lose belly fat in 1 week.
Yeah, 1 week, or like these are the only 3 exercises you need to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we'd all be like having washboard abs if there were just 3 exercises.
Correct.
Yeah. So to answer the question, so there are no specific exercises that you need to do to lose back fat, belly fat, arm fat, or for that matter, fat from anywhere in your body.
Right.
But yes, if you do want to lose fat from these places, you need to lose fat overall from your body.
That's what I say always. Yeah.
And to do that, you need to be in a calorie deficit, of course. You're a nutritionist.
Yeah.
We must be telling that to most of your clients.
Exactly.
You need to be in a calorie deficit, which is to burn more calories than you are taking in the entire day. And of course, strength training helps.
Correct.
Doing enough of cardiovascular activity helps as well.
Yeah.
Getting enough sleep, which is quite underrated,
Yeah.
helps as well. So if you follow all of this, be consistent over a period of time, you will continue to lose fat. And in that process, you will eventually lose fat from these troublesome areas that you may have, which could be your belly, your underarm, or your back. Yeah.
And just to add on that, I've heard like your belly fat is the last to go. Is that true?
So not necessarily. It depends upon your genetics. Depends on person to person. So some people could have stubborn areas in their underarm, which or their underarm, which could go last.
Right.
So it really depends on your genetics.
On person to person.
And you can't really control where it goes from first. Your fat. So you just have to aim to lose fat overall, and eventually it'll be lost
just
from
have to be
all of
consistent
those. Yeah,
with it,
exactly.
Right? Okay, awesome. I hope that answered your question. I'm sure it did. Alright, so the second most asked questions, you go for it.
How to get abs.
Everyone wants those abs. Please, even I want to know. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure.
Abs already? No.
Working towards it, guys. Soon.
Yeah, I mean, so in today's times, I mean, with Instagram, with YouTube and social media in general, you know, there is this perception that you aren't fit until you have abs.
Exactly.
So
it's like a trend almost at this point.
Yeah, I mean, so first of all, you don't need abs to be fit. Yeah, let's just get that out of the way.
Correct.
Yeah, but if you do want to get abs, and I have worked towards getting them, I know it's quite difficult, but it is achievable. So the only way to get abs is not by doing crunches every day, but actually by reducing the amount of fat that is covering your abdominal muscles.
Correct.
Yeah. So the average fat for men is between like 17 to 25, and for women it's about like
it's more for women,
28
right?
to 35%. So that's the average fat that men and women have. And to have visible abs, like for men, you need to get it down to an average of about 10 to 12%, and for women from 16 to 20%.
Yeah, correct. So I mean, I just want to add to that, like having abs, at least for women, it's not really very healthy because like you said, you have to drop your body fat percentage a lot.
Yeah.
And that comes with a lot of consequences. Sometimes you could lose your period and stuff because having such a low body fat percentage as a woman is not the most healthy because women tend to hold more fat. So
and it would mess up with your hormones as well.
Exactly, it messes with your hormones.
Okay.
So keep that in mind, guys. Having abs, like he said, is not the optimum thing for being fit.
Yeah. I mean, aim for fitness, but I mean, if you do have your goal to get abs, work towards it by, again, being in a calorie deficit. That's what will help you to lose body fat. Doing a lot of cardio and some strength training along with it. Watching your calorie intake, of course. And yes, you can do ab exercises to get a bit
just
more definition
and
strengthen the core. Yeah. Talking about the core, I mean, everybody wants visible abs, but the goal should be actually to have a strong core.
Because that's like the midsection surround supporting your entire body.
So your core supports keeps your spine erect, helps you with functional movements, whether it's twisting, bending, so your core is a very important part that you need to train for functional reasons to be fit. And of course, if you want visible abs, calorie deficit again, cardio, strength training.
So the third question and the most commonly asked one is that is it safe for women and for like senior citizens or elderly people to be working out?
How unsafe do you feel in the gym?
I mean, exactly. I'm a woman, guys. I work out 6 days a week. So
you tell us from your experience, how has
I
working
think for
out
women especially, it's more so important because it helps in like overall strength. Having more muscle is always a better thing overall for your activity, for your hormonal balance, everything basically, and it's the best anti-aging medicine out there, guys. There's nothing better than going and strength training in the gym.
So I see a lot of women come to me and say like, I want to get toned, I don't want to be muscular, I want to get toned.
I get that too, like I'm going to be bulky.
But getting toned is actually putting on some muscle. So there is nothing like getting toned. Toning actually means putting on some muscle, and that's what actually helps you to look lean.
Correct. And what about like for elderly, you would say?
Of course, I mean, as you know, as you age, you lose muscle mass. Your bones get weaker over a period of time. We see a lot of elderly who need
like
help and support.
age-related injuries and stuff as well, right?
I mean, that's a very common injury in the elderly. We see a lot of people have hip fractures because their bones aren't weak. They are not stable when they walk. And plus, they're not independent. Like, just imagine, would you want to be like, 60, 70 and
constantly
taking help? Like, do you want to have a walker? Do you want to have like a caretaker? Like, no, right?
Exactly.
Everyone wants to be independent. Right? You want to do stuff while you're in your 60s and 70s. You want to be independent enough to walk up the stairs, do your own chores, to maybe even travel.
So just move around the house and be independent as long as possible.
The best way to do this is to strength train, to keep your muscle mass intact, keep your bone health strong.
For sure. So if you're a woman or if you're someone who thinks you're too old to work out, that's not true, guys. Please hit the gym. Please work out, strength training especially, right?
And if you have parents and you're working out, do motivate your parents to work out, and break this myth that strength training is not for the elderly, because very often the elderly or the seniors feel that just a bit of yoga, like a bit of stretching,
they feel like they should lower the intensity, but that's not true.
I mean, you do work out for your for the body you have, and then you continue like working on it. But the main thing is that strength training is important for seniors. So if you work out in the gym, get your parents also a membership.
Make it like a family event, guys.
Maybe you'll get a family discount.
Exactly. Awesome. Alright, so the last most commonly asked question, and pretty controversial, I would say, in today's time, because there's a lot of news about it. So is whey protein safe?
No, of course not. It's a steroid. It's a drug.
I know, right, guys? What are you doing?
Do you think like we take whey protein?
I know, right?
This is all like fresh chicken and eggs. That's all. Like, I mean, jokes
aside. I hope you understood that was a joke, guys.
So whey protein is completely safe for you to consume. And you should consume it when you're not getting enough protein from your daily food intake.
For sure.
So
I also say like the primary is focused from your diet. But then, of course, if your requirement is too high, or just to maintain, because Indian diets especially, they don't, you have a lot of, very less protein. So at least to match the minimum requirement, I think it's very easy to, if you have a supplement, just to get you that minimum requirement, right?
So if you're not getting your protein intake from your natural sources, and also if you're not lactose intolerant, so I mean, if you can consume milk and milk products, then definitely you can take whey protein.
But nowadays there's so many vegan alternatives and stuff like that. So there's always a choice for you guys.
So yeah, if you are vegan or if you have lactose intolerance, then you can of course
go for the vegan options.
Yeah.
But otherwise, whey protein is perfectly safe. Just make sure that it's like third party certified and like
that's true.
Go for like trusted brands.
Go for a reputed brand and also buy it from a trusted source, because you might be buying a trusted brand from like a source that is not
I think that's why people are so skeptical, because the news had come where a lot of them were adulterated, but of course these are ones which were not third party certified and a lot of things.
But then, if you see in today's times, what is not adulterated, right? I mean, you can't say that, okay,
your normal milk is adulterated.
Everything. I mean, you hear of, dyes in your fruits. You hear of course, there are pesticides on all your foods, right? I mean, so that's.
So you're better off safer than a trusted whey protein than normal, sometimes just normal food.
I mean, the sad part is that there is adulteration in everything, but you have to choose the right brand, buy it from the right source. Whey protein is completely safe for you to consume.
And there's no restrictions about whey protein. Anyone and everyone can consume it, right? It's not like only bodybuilders need it. So if you're not getting it enough from your diet, then you can definitely supplement.
So it doesn't mean that only people who go to the gym or lift weights need to consume whey protein. You do need to maintain a certain amount of protein intake in a day. And if you're not getting that, and even if you don't go to the gym, like you can consume.
And some
protein.
people, like speaking about this, then some people think that, oh, because one day I missed the gym, I don't have to take my supplement. But that's not true, guys. You have to take it regardless. It's not like you stop eating food if you don't work out for a day. So it's the same thing. So even if you're not working out for a day or so, it doesn't mean you don't have to skip your protein supplement. So.
And if you're trying to convince your parents,
that's another thing.
And if they say, that okay, it's got like artificial sweeteners, well, you do get brands, you do get products which are without the sweeteners,
without sweeteners as well.
Pure whey protein without any sweeteners, without any flavoring. So you can opt for that. You can add some fruits to it, add some coffee powder, maybe some cocoa powder, and make it tasty and flavorful anyway. So so that's not an excuse for your parents or for even you to say that no. I mean, it
just
comes
be
with
well informed,
sweeteners.
guys. Exactly. So I think that was the last question, and I hope that answered your question. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this video. I'm so glad like you could be on my channel, and I'm sure they would have answered like a lot of questions they would be asking. So thank you again so much for being.
My pleasure.
Please follow him on his Instagram. It's Train with Akshay. I'll leave all his details in the description.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Janki's channel as well, and her Instagram.
Of course. So I hope to have you again on the channel.
Yeah, sure. Busting more myths.
Alright. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.